Commander Thekval had overseen countless battle briefings in his 40-year military career. He knew how each species reacted to combat scenarios. The Vorthan delegates always demanded more data. The Kalari warriors beat their chest plates and roared challenges. The ethereal whisperfolk hummed battle hymns that resonated through subspace. Humans? Humans usually asked questions. Lots of questions. What's the terrain like? What are the enemy's sleep cycles? Can we use the weather? They poked holes in plans, suggested alternatives, and generally made nuisances of themselves with their constant need to understand every variable. Which was why Lieutenant Colonel Maria Rodriguez's silence was so unsettling. She sat at the tactical table, stylus motionless over her datapad, dark eyes fixed on the holographic display. Around her, 24 alien officers argued about the assault on the hegemony's fortress moon. Frontal assault, growled General Corax of the Malthorian Guard. Overwhelming force. Crush them before they can react. Precision strike teams, countered the Zelanti representative. Surgical removal of command structure. Orbital bombardment followed by ground insertion, suggested the Vec Admiral. The debate raged for an hour. Plans were proposed, debated, discarded. Through it all, Rodriguez said nothing. She just stared at the rotating hologram of the fortress, occasionally tilting her head like a predator studying prey. Thekval's secondary hearts began to accelerate. He'd seen this before. A human going quiet during planning meant one of two things. They were completely lost, or they were seeing something nobody else could see. Rodriguez wasn't lost. Her eyes tracked patterns in the fortress's design, her fingers occasionally twitching as if manipulating invisible pieces. The fortress moon housed the hegemony's primary cloning facilities, millions of enemy soldiers regenerating endlessly. Every previous assault had failed against the overwhelming numbers. Colonel Rodriguez, Thekval finally said, his voice cutting through the debate. You've been quiet. Thoughts? Every head turned to the human. Rodriguez looked up slowly, and Thekval saw it. The tiny smile that humans got when they'd figured out something particularly nasty. One question, she said. The fortress's water reclamation system. It's a closed loop. Thekval checked the intelligence files. Yes, completely self-contained. Why? Her smile widened. No reason. I'll need a small team, maybe 20 soldiers. And... She paused, checking her datapad. About 300 kilograms of salt. Salt? General Corax rumbled. This is a military operation, not a cooking class. Rodriguez stood, uploading her plan to the main display. The room fell silent as they absorbed what she was proposing. You want to poison their water supply? The Whisperfolk representative said slowly. But salt isn't toxic to the hegemony. No, Rodriguez agreed. But it is to their cloning tanks. The embryonic fluid requires precise salinity. Too much salt and the protein structures break down. Every clone in development dies. No more reinforcements. That's... The Vec Admiral's tendrils writhed in agitation. That's monstrous. Millions of potential soldiers, eliminated before they can even form. Yes, Rodriguez said simply. Your frontal assault would kill how many of our troops? 40,000? 50? My way kills none of ours and ends their ability to wage war permanently. But the water system is in the fortress's core, Thekval pointed out. How do you propose? Rodriguez highlighted a section of the fortress. Maintenance shaft here. It's defended, but only by automated systems designed to stop military equipment. She pulled up equipment specs. Industrial water softener units. Completely civilian technology. The automated defenses won't even flag them as weapons. The room erupted. Half the officers were appalled by the indirect brutality. The other half were running calculations, realizing the devastating effectiveness. The humans call it a force multiplier, Rodriguez explained calmly. Why fight millions when you can prevent them from existing? 3 days later, Rodriguez's team returned from the fortress moon. 20 soldiers carrying empty water softener tanks and satisfied expressions. Within a week, reports came in. The hegemony's cloning facilities had suffered catastrophic failures. 90% of developing clones lost. The fortress, designed to withstand orbital bombardment, fell to desperate riots as existing troops realized no reinforcements were coming. The after-action report noted several items: the efficiency of the operation, the minimal casualties, the psychological impact on enemy forces. The classified addendum, written by Thekval himself, contained a single warning. When humans stop talking during tactical planning, assume they've already won. They're just figuring out how to make it hurt. Rodriguez received commendations from 12 different species. She accepted them quietly, already studying intelligence reports from the next target. She wasn't talking much about those either.